Hello and welcome back to Capping Corner. We are going to talk about the Tampa Bay Derby. And I thought a long time about this race. It's really a confusing race. But I think I want to take some chances with horses who are not the favorite. Let's talk about it. We'll go down the list. This is part of the Derby Trail. And we'll start off with Redland Rebels, number 1, on the rail. Now, many handicappers will dismiss Redland Rebels because his last two races came on turf, but I like him. I'm going to explain why I like him. First, we will look at the Kitten's Joy. And what do I like about the Kitten's Joy? Well, Redland Rebel set the pace in this race. And the fractions were on the fast side, 22.74, 46.52. You see 1,000 Sticks on the outside. Now, 1,000 Sticks is going to get up for the win. But Redland Rebels fought all the way till the end. And I thought it was a good effort. He lost by a neck. And I don't think a neck is a big deal. So, it was a good effort. It proved that he could handle a mile 1/16. Can this horse handle dirt? He has a dirt pedigree. We have Uncle Chuck on top, and we have Combat Cat as a dam. Combat Cat is a half sister to Combat Cat with a K. Who's Combat Cat with a K? Combat Cat with a K was a good dirt router back in 2001, 2000. You see, he ran in races like the Fifth Season, the Razorback, and we can even go down here to the Flamingo, which was a dirt race, the Illinois Derby. So he was a dirt router. And I just think this is a dirt pedigree. Why did he run on turf 2 times in a row then? I don't know. But this is a dirt pedigree. That first race on July 13 last year doesn't matter because it was his first start. And he was just learning how to race back then. And so I think he can do well here. He's going to go either to the front or very close to the front from the rail. I would imagine they don't want to be a closer in this race from the rail and get stuck in a bad position. So I think they will use his speed, and I think he'll be up there. And I think no one is going to bet this horse because his his last two races came on turf. So the value will be there. I'm going to rank him second or third in my conclusion. Redland Rebels is my upset special for this race. Let's talk about the others. Number 2, Talkin. I don't like him that much. First of all, the Champagne has turned out to be a weak race, with most of the horses not faring well, and even Napoleon Solo, he struggled in the Fountain of Youth Stakes a week or two ago, and then Talkin ran ninth by 18 lengths in the Remsen Stakes. There's no way I could take him off those two races, so I'm just going to skip him. He does get Joel Rosario, but that's not enough for me. Alright, number 3, Roger That Dana. And there's no way I can pick this horse. He was second by 6 3/4 of a length in the Mucho Macho Man. I don't think that was Commandment's best race, and I think this is a weak horse. He was third by 10 lengths in a state-bred race on November 29 at Gulfstream. I would be surprised if this horse finished within 20 lengths of the winner. That's how low I think of Roger That Dana. Number 4, Hulkamania. I would really like to like this horse, but I just think this is too much too soon. His maiden win was fine, but he will need to improve significantly off that 87. This is a good Tampa Bay Derby. It's not one of the weaker editions. There are some good horses in this race, and I just don't think he can improve enough to contend in this race. So I'm going to skip him, but I do think he could have a future, and I hope that if he fails in this race, maybe the connections can slow down and try to pick up an allowance win before they throw him to the wolves again. So number 4, Hulkamania, he's not for me. Alright, let's go down to number 5. Alright, number 5, Power Shift. Now, Power Shift finished second in a maiden race on this course on February 7, so he is a maiden, but look at the race. We're going to watch the race right here. And Emerging Market is on the outside, and Power Shift is on the inside. You see they're kind of bumping with each other. It's kind of rough in the stretch. Power Shift is going to give a good effort there. Look at how clear they are of the rest of the field. They are 13 lengths ahead at the end, and I thought it was a good effort. Like Fletcher said in one of the articles, the race he ran in this race would win 99.999% of Tampa Bay maiden races, so I would treat it like a win even though he lost. I think he'll finish first or second in this race. He has a lot of talent, and I think he'll just be right there around the turn, and I don't see how he's not part of the mix at the end. So Power Shift, he's my top choice in this race based on his tactical speed, his fast speed figure, and I just think he's really talented. So Power Shift is my top choice for the Tampa Bay Derby. Number 6, Further Ado. He won a Kentucky Jockey Club last November at Churchill Downs. And I have the clip up here. He kind of struggled in the stretch run over Soldier and Diplomat. But I will give him some credit though, because Further Ado was a stalker in this race, and he made an early move into a fast pace. And so, considering the pace was fast, I can sort of forgive that he was struggling in the stretch run, and he sort of had to grind out this victory. And Soldier and Diplomat might have some distance limitations, so did Further Ado really win, or did he default into the win because Soldier and Diplomat can't handle the distance? I don't know. Further Ado did earn a 92 for that race. I'm going to cross out his maiden win because I don't know if that 98 is accurate. I know he got a big buyer figure too. I feel like any top 2-year-old at the time could have wiped out that same field by 20 lengths, so I don't want to judge him off that race because I don't know how good it is. He faced tomato cans in that race, so I'm going to judge him off the Kentucky Jockey Club. But again, that was him as a 2-year-old, and now he comes back as a 3-year-old, and we've seen some of these horses not come back at a high level, like Blackout Time, Napoleon Solo. Maybe they needed to start off the bench. Maybe Further Ado needs to start off the bench as well. I don't want to take him at a low price. He's 9-5 on the morning line. He could go lower. He could be 7-5, 6-5. I don't know if I want to take him at a low price. So I don't like him in this race. I know he could win, but I don't like him as a bet. So let's move on to number 7, Thunderbuck. Number 7, Thunderbuck. He lost by 13 lengths in the Lecomte Stakes at Fairgrounds, and now he switches from Brad Cox to Brendan Walsh. But I would have to see it. I would have to see him improve under his new trainers, so I'm going to skip Thunderbuck. He's not for me. Number 8, the Puma. I liked him in the Sam F. Davis Stakes, but he got into some trouble on the far turn, and we never saw what he could do. We have it up here, and right now he's behind horses and in between horses. The jockey is wearing a dark blue cap, and you see him right next to the gray horse, Confessional. And the jockey tries to take the Puma into a hole that was not there. There was no hole there, and he tried to go through anyway. And that really affected his momentum. He got into the clear right now, but by this point, his momentum was stopped. So I think if that incident hadn't happened, he might have picked up second. And who knows how closer he would have been to the winner, Renegade. I still don't know how good the Puma is. He lost by a length and a half to Chief Wallaby, who we saw finish second in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. With that said, I still don't know how good he is. I feel like Chief Wallaby was toying with him in that maiden race. And so I'm going to put the Puma underneath. I don't think I like him to win in this race. I think I like him as an underneath horse. And let's move on to number 9, Canaletto. Number 9, Canaletto. He broke his maiden by 8 lengths at Gulfstream on January 25, and he's another horse with question marks. We have the clip up here of his maiden win, and he's not hard to spot. The jockey's wearing all pink, the horse is on the lead, and he switches leads pretty easily, and he's powering home pretty easily as well. This is under mostly his own power. The jockey's flashing the whip, but he's not really hitting him with the whip, so that's mostly under his own power. He did it very well, and I was impressed with the win, but who was he facing in that race? Lost Money struggled in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Audubon did go on to break his maiden. Maybe you could say that Lost Money being thrown into a graded stakes race off that second place finish to Canaletto was too much too soon. Maybe. I don't know how good this horse is, so I'm going to put him in my top 3 for the race. He could win. He could finish third. I don't know. There's too many question marks here. He has an 88 on Breeze. He will need to improve on that 88. But there's obviously talent. He has a lot of talent, but I don't know if I'd want to trust him alone. Canaletto is in my top 3 for the Tampa Bay Derby. Now let's go on to my conclusion. This is a difficult race. I'm going to put Power Shift on top. I just like his potential, his high speed figure, his tactical speed. But my long shot on the rail, I think Redland Rebels could run well. And also, third, I'm going to put Canaletto. So those are my top 3 for the race. Power Shift, Redland Rebels, and Canaletto. Maybe I'll even box them in an exacta. And Further Ado, maybe I'll rank him 4th. And the Puma, maybe I'll rank him 5th. So I would consider them underneath horses. I just don't like Further Ado at a short price in this race off the layoff. I don't know how well he will run or if he's even in the top tier of horses at this point. We don't know. We haven't seen him since November 29. Power shift for me, but I think Redline Rebels will run well, and Canaletto, he might run well as well. So those are my top three for the race. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll be back soon.